There are billions of stars within the Milky Way galaxy alone, and beyond that a further 200 billion trillion stars in the observable universe. A great many of these stars fall within the Goldilocks zone, which is the zone of habitability that stars have, where if a planet forms within this zone, life may be possible. We know that there are billions if not trillions of exoplanets that lie within zones of habitability which provide the building blocks for life here on Earth. So, why have we yet to discover any evidence of life in the universe? Despite the overwhelming amount of habitable star systems within the Milky Way galaxy, we have yet to detect any traces of extraterrestrial life. While this might sound disconcerting on the surface level, it is to be expected. We only began sending out radio signals into space around 100 years ago, and this was unintentionally. Only around 50 years ago did we start sending out signals with the purpose of potential first contact with aliens. This was through SETI. This is an organisation that's main goal is to find any signs of life in the universe, whether that be an advanced spacefaring civilization or microbial life in the solar system. Looking through the history of life on Earth is important to understanding how life might arise in other parts of the universe, and also can give us a potential timeline on how long it will take for a species to go from microbial life to a complex civilization. Humans as we are today have existed for approximately 300,000 years. This is just 0.007% of the timeline of planet Earth. In this very short period of Earth's history, we have become the most intelligent and advanced species that has ever walked this planet. When you break down the timeline even more, you begin to realise that our technological advancements have improved tenfold. We have probably achieved more advancements in the last 300 years than we did in the previous 200,000. So taking all of this into account, how could we discover life in the universe? Will we find it ourselves, or will we be discovered by a far more advanced civilization than ourselves? Let's begin by discussing if we will discover life ourselves. There are many people that believe there could be life as close as Mars. This is due to Mars not being too dissimilar to Earth in its past. So there is a potential that some form of life has managed to be preserved all of this time. This could be through subsurface water. Mars has an abundance of ice on the near surface and is also believed to have even more in the deep subsurface. There are also other candidates for life in the solar system, one of those being Jupiter's moon Europa. This is one of my personal favourite candidates for life in the solar system. Beneath the icy crusts of Europa, there are subsurface oceans. Some scientists believe that there could be hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, providing the correct conditions for life to exist. It's very interesting to ponder whether or not there could be some form of alien fish out there under the icy surfaces of Europa. Another interesting candidate is Titan, the largest moon that orbits Saturn. Titan has a thick atmosphere and has lakes of liquid methane and ethane on its surface. This is drastically different to life on Earth, but scientists believe that some form of exotic life could exist. The reason that this is so interesting is because it brings to light the possibility that there may be many forms of life that can exist that we have no conceptual idea of. What is the possibility of discovering life beyond our solar system? It seems with the improvements in robotics and artificial intelligence that we will see a shift in the way that we think about the future of space exploration. It is more than likely that we will see another star system before we ever travel to one. This just makes the most logistical sense, to send a probe in place of a human to do research. We are already doing this throughout the solar system. Suppose we were to discover light speed travel. It would take us years to even get to the closest star system, so our search field for life would be like searching for a needle in a haystack. Let's talk about Proxima Centauri. This is a star within the Alpha Centauri system, which is the closest star system to ours. An exoplanet called Proxima b lies within the habitable zone of Proxima Centauri. It is believed to have Earth-like conditions, meaning that it's very possible that life could be on this world. One of the biggest issues regarding this planet is just like our moon, Proxima b is tidally locked, meaning that one side faces its star at all times, meaning that the habitable zone on the planet would be very small. It is quite clear that there is no intelligent life on the planet as we would have detected it by now, but it's very plausible that there could be some form of microbial or complex life there. An overarching issue that we have to understand about life in the universe is how early actually are we for life in the universe? Is it possible that we are one of the first civilizations in the galaxy? Will there ever be an explosion of life in the universe? Or does the great silence that we find ourselves looking out at just prove that we're alone? Or if we aren't, space is just far too big for us to ever make meaningful contact with any kind of intelligence. We have to also wonder whether we will ever be detected ourselves by an advanced civilization. It is possible that a civilization could pick up the radio signals that we've been emitting from Earth for 100 years, but they would have to be looking at the right place at the right time, and it would have to be within a certain range of stars. It's said that it's reached about 1,000 stars from our planet, so think about that. There's billions of stars just within the Milky Way galaxy, so we've not reached very far into the galaxy itself, so we can't really have a definitive idea at this moment in time. If a civilization happened to be looking at Earth, it is possible that they could know that life is here through detecting biosignatures from the planet. I think that while it's unlikely that we have been detected, it wouldn't hurt to stop emitting signals into the unknown, because we have no knowledge of what a potential civilization would do if they were to discover us. They could be peaceful, or they could be aggressive. It would likely depend on the circumstances of how they became a spacefaring civilization. It is very likely that some form of life exists out there in the cosmos. It seems like the most likely other option for us discovering other life in the cosmos is through studying other planets and moons in the solar system and beyond. Where do you think that we will find presence of life in the universe? Or do you believe in the more speculative ideas about the nature of alien life? I would love to discuss all manner of topics about alien life in the universe. The more speculative ones are also very interesting because it is very plausible that we could be being viewed by a very advanced civilization and have no conceivable idea that we're even being watched. It could be the equivalent of us watching an ant colony. Does the ant colony know we're there? Not exactly. So this could be very similar to us, and these people could have, well, these aliens, they could have technology far beyond our comprehension. So let's discuss those kind of topics. We're going to discuss the future of humanity and also history as well. There's going to be many topics that we can discuss, so feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. I've currently been working on a video which is discussing how the human species will come to an end ultimately. Of course, this is us trying to survive long term in the future. We're discussing us living within ourselves within the solar system, spanning out into the solar system, then spanning out into interstellar space, potentially even spanning out into the galaxy, potentially even further than that, and then even discussing the highly speculative ideas of even transcending the universe that we live in right now, and maybe even creating another universe that we can progress into when this universe obviously potentially goes through the heat death of the universe or something very similar. So I believe that that's one that you guys are going to enjoy. I'm probably at least three plus pages into that script now, so I've been working on that for a little bit of a while, and I'm sure that many of you who are interested in those type of ideas will be glad to see it. I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much for sticking by. We're going to be on more of a grind this year. I've probably said that many years before, but I really enjoy creating these videos. Thank you very much. Peace out. I appreciate you all, my friends. Goodbye.